Good day, everyone. This is Kenny Jean Siniza, and today I will be sharing with you my insights on a very important topic, which is the PISA 2025 Learning in the Digital World Assessment Framework. So, as we move further into the digital age, education is evolving rapidly, and so is the way we assess learning. Now more than ever, technology is not just a supporting tool, but a central element in education. Students today interact with content in ways previous generations never did. Learning no longer happens within the four walls of the classroom. It happens on screens, through interactive platforms, and even with artificial intelligence. So the question is, how well are students adapting to this digital environment or this digital learning environment? That is exactly what PISA 2025 aims to measure. This framework is a crucial step or an important step in understanding how students are developing the necessary skills to navigate, analyze, and make the most out of digital learning opportunities. So let's tackle this assessment framework and its impact on education. So first, let's talk about what makes PISA 2025 different from previous assessments. While traditional assessments focus mainly on knowledge acquisition, this framework shifts its focus to how students use digital tools to solve problems, engage in self regulated learning, and adapt to digital environments. One of the key concepts in this framework is computational problem solving. This means that students are expected to use logic, reasoning, and technology to analyze complex situations and come up with solutions. Unlike standard test questions where the answer is either right or wrong, computational problem solving requires students to explore different possibilities, weigh the differences or the effectiveness of different approaches, and make informed decisions. Another major focus is self regulated learning. Now, what does this mean? Imagine a student studying for an exam. Instead of simply memorizing facts, a self regulated learner knows how to set learning goals, track their progress, and adjust study methods if needed. So, in a digital learning setting, self regulation is even more important because students must navigate a sea of information, distinguish credible sources from misinformation, and manage distractions. Furthermore, this framework aligns with the OECD, or the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Learning Framework 2030, which emphasizes that students need to develop competencies beyond academics. These include critical thinking, collaboration, adaptability, and ethical digital citizenship. So, in other words, it's not just about learning with technology, it's about learning how to think and act responsibly in a digital world. Reflecting on this framework, I believe it's highly important or relevant, especially considering how the pandemic accelerated the shift to digital learning. While online education provided many benefits, it also exposed gaps in digital literacy and access to technology. So, some students thrived in an online learning environment, while others struggled due to limited access to devices, unreliable internet, or a lack of self discipline in managing their learning. So, with PISA 2025, we are taking a step towards addressing these following challenges by assessing students' digital problem solving abilities and regulation skills. Educators and policymakers can make more informed decisions on curriculum development, digital learning strategies, and equitable access to education. Additionally, this framework serves as a wake up call for all of us, teachers, students, and even parents. It reminds us that technology should not be treated as a shortcut to learning, but as a tool for deeper understanding and meaningful engagement. So, simply giving students access to the internet or digital devices does not automatically mean they are learning. You know, they must learn how to filter information, think critically, and use technology in a responsible and ethical manner. So, what does all this mean for us? Whether we are educators, students, or lifelong learners, we must adapt to the evolving landscape of education. We need to ensure that digital learning is not just about convenience, but about quality, engagement, and real world application. The PISA 2025 framework challenges us to rethink the way we teach and learn. Are we encouraging students to be independent learners? Are we equipping them with the skills to navigate the digital world safely and efficiently? Are we preparing them for jobs and industries that are rapidly evolving due to technology? The future of education is digital, and the responsibility to use technology wisely falls on all of us. As we move forward, uh, I think we have to embrace technology not as a replacement, but a replacement for traditional learning, but as an enhancement instead, a tool that allows students to rethink, create, and innovate. With that, I encourage everyone to, you know, reflect on how we are using technology in our own learning experiences. Are we truly maximizing its potential? Are we helping the next generation, develop the skills they need to thrive in a digital world? These are just few of the questions that we must continue asking. So, I think that's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope this discussion, or I hope my insights, has given you a new perspective on the importance of digital learning assessment in shaping the future of education. Bye.